Did I tell you about the cats? The cats came back. Well, they didn't really come back. I had left the studio door open the other day, and then the cats went missing. I remembered that. No, I came up from our walk one day, and I shut the door. As I walked by the studio, I thought, "Oh yeah, it's still open. I better close that." Closed it. Couldn't find two cats. Several days later, I went outside and thought perhaps they weren't eaten by fishers. What if they're still out there somewhere? And so I called and 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 called. Then I heard a distant meow, and the two cats were in the studio. And here, I am so grateful that I found them when I did, that I was prompted to go and look and call. And, you know, it could have been tragic. I could have not gone back there for a few more days and then have a horrible situation after I had gone back. I'm so grateful that I found my two cats. I have 5 cats, but they are all beautiful and precious to me. Anyway, they were very hungry and they were very content. And they came back and ate and ate and ate and ate and ate. Anyway, I let them back in the house, let all the cats stay in the house, right? I had kept them all inside every night. No, all the time I was keeping, no, every night I was keeping them in. And every day I was letting them out. And they would sleep on my bed, but often it would wake me up in the night when I'd feel their big lump of a body beside my leg. And I loved it. I would put my hand down and would pet them, and they would roll over on their backs when I pet them. And I could tell which one was which by what they felt like. Anyway, it was so wonderful that they came back. So now I am letting them in at night and keeping them out in the day. But I don't want them to get eaten by fishers. Anyway, so the cat came back. Not the very next day, but anyway, I'm so grateful to have them again. They're really great companions. But of course, now that they've been sleeping on my bed and I've been putting them on my lap and brushing them whenever I sit down outside, I had a tick on my leg. So I used my little tick remover. It's a little V-shaped thing, and you put it down and then pull against the tick, and it pulls their head out. Of course, then they're still alive, and then they're going to start running around or walking around, and you have to squish them so that they're dead. And they have very, very, very hard shell. So I squished them with the edge of this little tool. I couldn't find it first. I thought, where is it? And I searched on the floor and searched. And then I saw it was still on the edge of the tool. So I squished it against the corner of the sink, the edge of the sink. And then I put polysporin on the tick bite, and I took a doxycycline. I have a lot of doxycycline, which I was given. I had to take 2 weeks worth, so I had an extra week. She gave me 3 weeks worth, but told me to take 2 weeks. So I had extra pills. So every time I get bitten, if I ever get bitten, I take one. And then you aren't supposed to go in the sun very much because you get that sun sensitivity. Anyway, so isn't that a blessing that the cats came in? The cats are back because the ticks are with the cats. So I have to be careful how maybe I have to put a cloth on my lap before I pick them up. And I have to, I don't want ticks in my house. Yuck, 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 yuck. I don't want to get Lyme disease. But if you find that you're really out of energy and you feel like you have the flu, it might be a tick bite. You should check yourself. After you've had the tick bite, if it's still flat, the tick is still flat while it's in you, it hasn't given you Lyme yet, they say. I mean, how accurate can they be on this sort of a thing? Maybe that, but that's what they say. Research has shown that. So, but I would take a doxycycline anyway, just to be on the safe side, because you don't want to get Lyme. Once you get Lyme, untreated Lyme really cripples you. I mean, it's like the worst. You don't have any energy. You hurt all over, and it's just awful for years and ever. Okay, So, why does it say person seen indoor camera? Can't be a person, must be a cat. Okay, I'm gonna go. Love you. Bye. Have a great day.